Hello and good morning everyone. This is me from Pachmadi and I'm standing right in front of the orchard from where of course we have been supplying mangoes to Bhopal, and it's a relatively dry day at Pachmadi today. It's not been raining. It's been of course the monsoon is trying to set into Pachmadi, so of course it's been raining quite heavily when it does rain. And it's a day which being dry is a day which we want to use and kind of utilize to kind of collect, and as the harvest goes on, because tomorrow of course the supply vehicle from Bhopal will reach us here at Pachmari, and we have to send almost about anything between 1000 to 2000 kilograms to Bhopal, which will then be of course uh, put up at various retail outlets who have been ordering from us, or will also be packaged and sent to homes which have been ordering from us. To order, of course, the number remains 9893001234, and the requirements can simply be WhatsApped, and they would be home delivered. In Bhopal, we have been delivering, at the doorstep. So it's absolutely orchard fresh. It's absolutely organic in every sense of the word. And like I've been saying in my previous videos also, it's people would say it's just mangoes, but believe me, these are the mangoes. These are not a mango. you know it's perhaps something to do, like I said even last time, with the water, with the soil, with the climate that Pachmari has to offer to these trees. The trees are happier, they are healthier, and they are, the produce from these hills is beyond comparison with any other. So this is a small outlet, which as per the contract is required to be placed outside for the locals to purchase. It's also from where all the tourists come and pick up fresh mangoes which are harvested from the orchard. The orchard extends on both sides. We walked around the other side uh, last time when I was here, when I was live with you all. This time we'll try and work on the other side to show what kind of mangoes that are there. Before that, let me just walk across to the kind of the mangoes that have just been picked this morning. A very small amount is placed over here. A lot of orders have come in from various places, which will be packaged and sent from here directly from Pachmadi. A lot of people are coming up to Pachmadi, what you may call kind of wholesalers, to pick up their lot from here. And so let's just walk across and let me just show you what we're trying to use the first half of the day. They've harvested some from this side, and the plucking from this side is what was to be done as per the orders from the various different varieties is done. Now the sunny part of the day that we've got, because invariably the second half is going to be pouring in. It is absolutely thunderous and it rains tremendously. So the first half is effectively what is there in the orchard. It's absolutely beautiful. It's to me it's also a beautiful birding paradise. It attracts every kind of bird that you may want to photograph, right from the orioles to I heard calls of the Malabar pied hornbills also. There are grey hornbills by the dozens, and here are some very beautiful mangoes. Wow, this has still got some time to go, just to kind of give an idea about how big this is already, and it's got some days to go. Absolutely gorgeous. Interesting, the way they kind of pluck, and the plucking and the harvest for the Nashpati, the pears, the Babu Goshas and the Naak, of course, will start very, very shortly. It's really interesting, you know, how it's done traditionally. And it's still done, of course, in that age-old technique. So there, that is where they are already doing it. A beautiful green, well, beautiful in the sense what it does. It's an ordinary green net, so to speak, and sickles tied on the end of bamboos. But right now, this would do. So all you need to do is give the tree a shake, and the ones that are ripe for plucking would tumble. No.
अरे नहीं सर अपना ही तो है
बिल्कुल Thank you so much. Right, so here the grading begins between the ripe and the not so ripe. The ones that are absolutely ripe will be placed at the outlet, and the ones that are still some days to go, a couple of days, will be set aside. Right. So this is how it's been done always, and this is how it continues to be done. And as kids we used to see this. Wow, look at that, look at that. Now this is absolutely as, you know, natural as it kind of gets. Right, so that is of course Irshad on the other side, trying to ascertain, because there are orders that needs to be sent right now. The tree, this particular one, bearing not so you know, mature ones, but these are the ones that will be just left you know, to actually mature for a day or two. By tomorrow, as the vehicle comes in, they would be kind of ready to be, you know, boxed up and sent out. This may be considered a bit kind of dangerous, but like I said, this is always how it has been done traditionally. And beautiful, beautiful. I mean, this is as pure as it kind of gets. Absolutely no chemicals, no processes, nothing would be added. They are not going to be treated in any way. They will just be, you know, packed, and they will be shipped off. And that is why they need to be really kind of sent on. Right, so Dilip uncle, how are you? The box would be there at Bhopal, don't you worry. I just need a WhatsApp message, and Anjali at Bhopal will ensure that the box reaches you. I have the message, and I just need the address, please. And from among, in fact, you can message the kind of variety that you want, and we will see to it that that reaches you. It's a beautiful day at Pachmari today. We're trying to make the most of you know, the non-rain kind of a scenario that we've had. Right, so this is the lot that they will pick from this one. The rest, as you can see, would be left to be, because they will be allowed to ripen and they will be allowed to mature more. Each of the tree is identified, and they are numerically kind of you know, placed on the matrix at the register, and it is then decided which one would be targeted on which day based on how the fruits are looking. And here we have Irshad joining us. Right, so just kind of moving on to the other side, you got to watch your step. How's that for perspective? So you've got a few of those which have already matured, lying. You have to kind of try and protect them from monkeys and the birds to the best possible. But we are not selfish on that aspect at all. The birds have a right to these fruits as well, except the parrots, of course, which are very destructive. इरशाद जी जो यहाँ पे हैं ज़मीन पे, right? So you know those that mature, do tend to fall. They are picked up also. Now this one will be left out. It's not going to qualify to be sent anywhere. Each of these would be separated. They would be checked thoroughly before they are going to be sent anywhere. Right, so the plucking goes on. ये अपना बॉम्बे ग्रीन ही है ना, ये वाला जो उस पे आउटलेट पे तो अपने वो भी रखे हैं लंगड़ा और वो भी रखा है थोड़ा सा, दोनों रखे हैं. लंगड़ा अभी आना शुरू हो गया है क्या? So we have now a langda also coming in, and this is Bura Langda, as they just said. Right, so let me just kind of go close to it. Look at this. These need a few days to go. They'll be left as they are. As you can see, the sky has already begun to darken, so we've at best got an hour or so, as I can see, before the weather rolls in. And in Pachmadi the weather rolls in very fast. It becomes foggy all of a sudden, and it becomes I mean, it rains like it pours, and then nothing can be done. It's except taking shelter. Every activity comes to a grinding halt, an absolute standstill. Right, so moving on to the next tree. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Foliage at its best. Beautiful. I mean, trees are perhaps the most beautiful things, you know. And look at that. Dark clouds rolling in. So I don't think we'll probably get an hour also before we're going to kind of stop for the day. Right, so I wonder, do you need helmets? These can surely knock you out, you know. I mean, if you kind of get a knock on your head, these are pretty heavy, each of these. They're big, can absolutely kind of give you a concussion. Those baskets over there have been done, graded, separated. These ones are being done now. And the weather keeps getting closer. So I think probably about 45 minutes before we probably need to stop for the day. Honestly, I think getting hit on the head is definitely a possibility. It's not going to be pleasant. I mean, they fall with a thump. Right, so now the separation begins. The ones that have matured to the ones that are going to be left for a day. Like I said, the vehicle from Bhopal will arrive into Pachmadi tomorrow, and it's going to take almost about anything between 1,000 to 2,000 kilograms back to Bhopal. Some of which, like I said, is wholesale, some of which is retail, some committed and some awaiting commitments. So You can simply call up or WhatsApp 989-300-1234, and Anjali is going to see to it that these reach you. Nicely packed, absolutely pure, absolutely, not treated, no carbides. Wow, I tell you, a knock on the head is definitely a distinct possibility. And it's pretty heavy, so I'm going to steer clear. Gorgeous, absolutely lovely. So this one is the what they call the paka ones, and that is going to give a day. Wow, look at that one. The tree that kind of is up next.
कहाँ पे आना साहिल? खींचो थोड़ा पीछे खींचो.
Right, look at this. Oh, why am I visible? This is what should be visible. Why it's raining mangoes and the clouds are here. Look at this. Look at this. What a sight to relish. Look at this. I mean, if this is not loaded, what is? It's really like going back to the childhood, seeing all these mangoes like this up close. Now I find this a very happy work to do. Right, so I guess somebody is already waiting, so this order is perhaps to be shipped. So as I can overhear something about Bombay green and some langda to be right. So, well, I'm glad I kind of pictured that before it kind of got dismantled. So this way only the ones that have actually matured or are closest to maturing are the ones that are going to be that fall, and the ones that are stronger, the ones that are not mature, would remain as they are. There. Right, so there's somebody who's very impatient and is waiting for their orders to come in. So this ये जाएगा अभी.
ये सर बिल्कुल पका हुआ.
अच्छा ठीक है. So this one is going to just I think that vehicle would perhaps be. Is that lunchtime? Wow. No lunchtime here because this has to be done before the rains come in. Invariably about an hour or so, 45 minutes, the weather is going to roll in and it's going to start pouring.